Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market report. Now in today's pre-market report we'll be taking a look at two things: the general market outlook for the day plus what's the Sensex Expiry trading plan. I'll take a look at usual at the key levels and what option buyers should do and option sellers should do. Now coming to general market outlook for the day, as of when I'm recording this video the night before, the American market has had a good fall. The one positive news and one waiting news, how I look at it. Now when the American market opened and it fell, it was released that President Trump will be having a phone call with the Mexican president tonight and the Canadian team. They do not say who in Canada he'll be having a phone call with. And so far, the Mexican president has already tweeted out that the sanctions are going to be delayed by a month as they're sort of reaching an agreement. So that's a positive for the market. We'll have to see by morning if that positivity can end up filling the gap down which has happened in the American market. But the real crux of the matter, I would believe, is still on the Canadian side, and by the time you're watching this video the morning before, in the mornings you will be knowing naturally what has happened on the Canadian side. Why I say the crux of the matter is the Canadians is that they have already announced retaliatory tariffs, which Mexico did not. So Canada has taken a harder stance, and now we'll have to see whether Trump sticks to his word and takes a harder stance than that even with Canada, or he softens his stance, which will be positive for the market. So basically, when you're watching this video, if Canada and America's stance has come tougher, bad for the market. If it's come softer, good for the market. Now, coming to the Nifty, BANKNIFTY, stocks in general, everything. Now, I had said in Sunday's video, this week the market's going to be a bit different to trade, and I believe a lot of people saw it yesterday. This is as Nifty, BANKNIFTY, Sensex, whichever index you take, mid cap or the gap down. But post the gap down, they could not have a follow through like how they usually do, and they could also not really rise. As if you look at the open, let's say 15-minute chart and look at them, they basically went to the top of the range of the gap down. They not even the top of the range, just basically the high of the opening candle and rested there. Now, according to me, the reason that happened is FIs were coming in, but domestic investors have started buying because of only two things: MPC. People are expecting a rate cut, but now it depends what size the rate cut. Number two, the budget. Domestic investors are happy with it. Foreign investors don't give a damn about it still. And basically third thing is the direct tax information, which he said she'll be releasing within a week. So these have created some positivity. And also when I saw social media yesterday, post-market, I saw that a lot of people were telling people to start doing SIPs and everything again. I think it's a dumb idea, because any bounce that's going to happen now is going to be a dead cat bounce. It's not going to be a bounce that's going to continue for the next 6 to 9 months. So if you think you're going to do medium-term investing and make money, it's going to be very hard. A very good example yesterday was Hindustan Unilever. A lot of guys were going long in it, and even I had shorted Asian Paints. A lot of guys were going long in it. They fell. This is as all up moves will be short-term, short-lived, after which they'll get mostly erased. So any bounce is a short-term bounce. It's not something that you should be thinking of, let's say, buying, for example, HUL today and then holding it for the next 1 year and thinking you're going to make some amount of money. Most likely not. Okay, few stocks you will, but most of them you won't, as whatever you say, this year will be tougher because we have Trumpy also in America doing drama, and the Indian economy will be reviving, but it will not be able to revive fully because I have always said the rate cuts are too late. I was thinking that time the rate cut should be given, but most were saying no, it is okay, inflation, but you don't look at the inflation numbers at certain points in that detail. Now that's it for the market outlook. I think there'll be a push and pull on both sides due to negative global cues and positive local cues. If the Canada thing is positive, then the global cues will also come positive. So by the time you're watching this video, just pay attention to that if you're day trading. Now coming to the index expiry of today. Now when I look at the index expiry, now today I'm looking again, I have to reiterate, 4th February 2025. So if you're opening the Sensex futures chart on any platform, whether it is Zerodha, Kotak, TradingView or any, you basically, if you just type Sensex, the futures, it will open the monthly contract. These levels are for the 4th February, the option contract expiring, futures contract expiring today. Now I've had to put multiple levels due to how we are operating right now. We're having a lot of push and pull, and due to that is why I've had to do that. Now what is my trading plan for the coming session? Now according to me, as long as we are between the resistance at 77,480 to 77,600 and the support at 76,850, this is a big box range. There is a support in between at 77,020, but that is not that strong. So any down move towards it will most likely break and go towards this. So how am I looking at it as an option buyer and an option seller? Now as an option buyer, if the Canadian phone call is not positive, we will gap down also. And if we gap down, if we hit 77,020, high likelihood we go to 76,850. But if we show strength at 77,020, then we'll have a short-term bounce first to the high of yesterday. If you break that, and the resistance is 77,480 to 600, if you break that, 77,750 and above as shown. On the other hand, by chance we break 76,850, then we'll have broken a very major support for this expiry, and it will open the floodgates to 76,600, 76,400, which is a very important support, and we break that in 76,150. So option buying trading plan, as I said, if the news is positive and we don't gap down, then you just will have to play the range between 77,480, for example, and 76,850, two-way moves. If the news stays very negative and we gap down, then you have to see if 77,020 what happens there. If that breaks, then 76,850 opens. That's a very important support. On the other hand, by chance in the morning, everything has changed, everything has come rosy in the world, Trump has cooled down and we have a gap up, then 77,600 is the key on the upside. Now what's my option selling trading plan? Now my option selling trading plan is going to be based on one thing, how we open. Now if we open with a gap down, then I'm going to go and start selling basically the high of yesterday. So you can say 77,400 and above, CE sells. And then I'll wait for it to fall to one of the supports, and once it holds any of my supports, I will sell puts below that. If we open flat, then I'll sell basically calls above 77,600 and puts below 76,850. I'll sell the range, keep a tight profit stop, and keep modifying, tightening the profit stop as we go along the day, so as to make sure my profits stay. And any sudden move, if by chance we decide to break any of these sides, I'm cashed out of that side with my profit. If we gap up, then I will take a pause. I will let the market do, let's say, for 1 hour trading, and then make a decision depending on which side we are on. So only if we open flat or we open with a gap down is when I'll enter option sales at a bit after open. That's a 5 minutes past post open. Otherwise, I will wait, and naturally even the option sales which I enter post open, I enter them, as I always say, in bits across the day. So if I want to deploy 100 rupees in Sensex, I'm going to deploy, let's say, 20 at 9:30, another 20 at 11, depending on how the chart pattern is going. There's no hard and fast rule that I have to deploy every hour. I deploy depending on what the chart is showing. I always criticize a lot of the social media traders that they just sell, they do not know why they're selling. Or they just buy, they don't know why they're buying. And that is why they end up making losses, as they're not looking at what the chart is saying, they're looking at things, dumb things like the option chain. As I've always said, anyone selling option chain analysis stuff in India is a snake oil salesman, as he's making you stupid and he's conning you out of your money. Option chain analysis does not work, as anyone who's got a significant amount of money to trade options, good money I mean, they know how easy it is to influence option chains in the Indian market. So they're not very accurate, and generally even globally they do not work much, as if they were the crux of everything, then every guy watching OI would be Bill Gates today. There's so many people watching OI. So that is it for today's video. That's my Sensex outlook. If you liked the video, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Any stocks you want covered, drop it in the comment section below too. And if there's something worthwhile talking about, I will cover it. Thank you.